All right, let's get right into it. Think about your phone for a second. It's got your whole life on it, right? Your private chats, your bank account, where you are at this very moment. It's all in there. Well, the entire rulebook for how we protect that stuff, it's just been completely rewritten.
And I want you to really let that sink in. What if every single thing you did on that device, every tap, every photo you take, every private message you send, was being live streamed to a complete stranger? Because, that's not some sci-fi movie plot anymore. It's the shocking new reality of mobile security.
And this is the part that's so wild. We're not talking about your average run-of-the-mill computer virus here. The tools we're seeing now are a massive leap forward. As TechSpot points out, this is the kind of tech that, just a few years ago, only the most powerful government spy agencies could get their hands on. Now, it's being sold on the open market.
So let's put a name to it. The prime example that researchers are buzzing about is a platform they've nicknamed Zero-Day Rat. Now, what makes this so incredibly alarming is that it's built to hit both Android and iOS. That means pretty much every single smartphone user on the planet is a potential target. This isn't just an iPhone problem or an Android problem. It's a threat to everyone.
Okay, now look at the sheer scale of what this thing can do. This isn't just about stealing your contacts. We're talking about a total device takeover. It can secretly turn on your camera and microphone. It can record your screen as you type in your banking password. It can read your supposedly secure Signal or WhatsApp messages after they're decrypted on your device. And get this, it can even steal those two-factor authentication codes you get by text. It is quite literally like having someone standing over your shoulder 24/7 watching everything you do.
So the big question, obviously, is how on earth does something this powerful get onto your phone in the first place? Well, this is where the game has truly fundamentally changed. We're now in the era of what's called the zero-click intrusion.
And a zero-click exploit is, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. You, the user, do absolutely nothing wrong. You don't click a suspicious link, you don't open a weird attachment, you don't download a fake app, nothing. The infection can be triggered by something as simple as you receiving a corrupted image file or even just getting a missed call. It all happens completely silently in the background, bypassing all the common sense we've been taught for years.
So how does it actually work? Well, the folks at Google's Project Zero break it down into 3 basic stages. First, the attacker finds a way in, maybe by sending you a specially crafted message or image. You might not even see it. Second, that malicious file exploits a hidden bug in your phone's software, a vulnerability that lets the attacker start running their own code. And then, for the final blow, that code finds another vulnerability to give itself the highest possible permissions on your device. It essentially becomes the king of your phone.
And this comparison really shows you the shift. Old-school malware was all about tricking you. Zero-click spyware? It couldn't care less how careful you are. It doesn't rely on human error. It relies on finding those deep, hidden flaws in the code of our devices. So all that training to not click on strange links, while it's still good advice, it's just not enough to stop this kind of threat.
But you see, the impact here goes way beyond just somebody stealing your credit card number. This technology is so powerful that it's being used as a straight-up weapon in global politics.
I mean, just look at the pattern with the big-name spyware tools like Pegasus and Predator. Who are they going after? It's not random people. The targets are journalists, human rights activists, political opponents, and senior government officials. These tools are being used for high-stakes espionage and to silence dissent. And now, with new commercial spyware hitting the market, that target list could soon expand to, well, basically anyone with information worth stealing.
And this isn't some brand new problem. It's one that's been getting worse and worse for years. We saw it way back with the stage fright bug on Android, and then with the infamous Pegasus hacks that used WhatsApp calls and iMessages to break into phones. And then we had the Catalan Gate scandal, where even the Prime Minister of Spain got his phone infected. It just shows that absolutely no one is immune, and the attacks are getting more and more sophisticated.
Because of that kind of high-level targeting, the whole conversation is changing. This isn't just about cybersecurity anymore, it's become a global human rights issue. You've got organizations like the United Nations warning that this tech is being used to crush fundamental freedoms. And governments, like the US, are starting to hit these spyware companies with sanctions, treating these tools like the weapons they are.
Okay, I know that all sounds incredibly dark, and it is, but it is not a hopeless situation. The fight back against this kind of surveillance is already happening, and believe it or not, there are things we can actually do.
This is not an undefended front. You have an army of cybersecurity researchers, tech companies, and government agencies all working around the clock to build stronger defenses and to expose these threats when they pop up. It's an arms race, for sure, but we are not just standing by and letting it happen.
So, what can you do right now? It really starts with the basics, the simple stuff. The single most important thing is to keep your phone's software updated. When Apple and Google discover these vulnerabilities, they push out patches to fix them. Installing those updates is your absolute best line of defense. Same goes for all your apps. And hey, even just restarting your phone regularly can sometimes kick out less sophisticated spyware.
Now, for people who might be at a higher risk, journalists, activists, you name it, there are even more powerful tools available. Apple, for instance, built a feature called Lockdown Mode. Now, it's not for everyone because it does turn off some features to make your phone more secure. But what it does is drastically shrink the number of ways an attacker can get in, what we call the attack surface. It's a trade-off, for sure, but for those who really need it, it's an incredibly important shield.
And don't just take my word for it. Security researcher Runa Sandvik put it very plainly. For the most dangerous spyware out there, like Pegasus and Predator, lockdown mode is the best defense we have right now. It has proven to be a really effective countermeasure against these kinds of attacks.
So, all of this leaves us with a really big question, doesn't it? As this kind of surveillance tech gets more powerful and more common, we really have to decide what privacy even means anymore. Is it a basic right that we're all guaranteed, or has it become just another feature, something we have to actively turn on, configure, and constantly fight to protect? That, right there, is the challenge we're all facing.